decided that I'm no longer going to reach out to certain people anymore at this point. If I feel like I have been the one that has been making the effort, and because unfortunately I do have high expectations for friendships, and I feel like those efforts aren't being returned even just a little bit, like it don't even have to be full force, like reach out sometimes. I am done. And so it looks like these people are just going to have to be distant memories in my life, because I'm not making an effort anymore. I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to be annoying. And I don't want to feel like, I don't want to go anywhere where I feel like I am not wanted. So I will no longer be sending the hey, how are yous and all of that just to get ignored for 6 months. And then the only reason why the line of communication reopens up is because of the fact that I reached out. It's not even the fact that the lines are being reopened, the lines of communication are being reopened, because they're like, hey Brandy, how are you? I've been thinking about you. I haven't heard from you for a long time. No, the lines of communication were being reopened because of me. Because I was like, okay, I wrote this person in November and it's not April and I still haven't heard from this person. Let me reach out again. And at this point, they're probably just replying back like, oh my gosh, why is she writing me again? Like, can she not take the message? Well, guess what? The message is taken. I get it. So I guess I have high expectations. I have high expectations in friendships, and I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with it, but I do feel like not having high expectations keep your feelings from getting hurt and feeling like you're dealing with rejection. So that's how I feel about that. And on that note, I'm still doing laundry, but I don't really have too much else to say on that matter besides, like, just if you feel like you're being the main person reaching out and you don't feel like the effort is being met, I would cut it off, let it go, end it. And also to just not have high expectations for people. So, like, especially when you're going out, like for me, my experience, I'm a military spouse. My husband's in the military. We've moved 4 times, and it's been a little bit difficult meeting people at each command. So at our last command, somebody had moved into our neighborhood who worked on the same base as my husband. They didn't necessarily work at the same job, but they worked at the same base. And so, like, you know, I wanted to try and befriend his wife. She had children, that she had a child that was close to my daughter's age, and I thought it was great. You know, my daughter has somebody to play with, I have somebody to talk to. You know, we can be there for one another. And so I introduced myself, I reached out. I thought we were hitting it off pretty great. My husband told me, he warned me, he said, don't be pushy, don't do too much. And so, I think I was a little bit, because, you know, I was just trying to be like a good neighbor. So what I did was I cooked because my husband and her husband were on the same ship together. There was a lot of times before that they had deployed that they were gone a lot. So, I wanted to, like the hardest thing about being a military spouse is just the fact that you're alone a lot. You're away from family. You don't have any village nearby. And so you got to create villages, create support, and, be there for people who are going through the same things as you. So while our husbands were gone, she said she really liked fried rice, and your girl knows how to make a real good fried rice. I really do. I will toot my own horn, toot. I know how to make a really good fried rice. So I had made a fried rice. She had her brothers in town coming to visit. I made a big pan of fried rice. I paid for all the ingredients. I didn't expect anything in return. So I made her a big pan of fried rice. We all ate it. My daughter's played with her kids. And guess what? I never heard from her again. To this day. I never heard from her again. Ever. And when I tell you I was bitter, I was really bitter. Because I was like, I welcomed you into the neighborhood with open arms. I made you, fixed you food, and because I listened to my husband and I did not want to be, I didn't want to be pushy and annoying. I didn't reach out. I didn't reach out anymore. But guess what? She didn't reach out either. So guess what? To this day, I never heard from her again. And it is so crazy. She lived directly across the street from me. I found out she was pregnant at the same time that I was pregnant while both of our husbands were deployed. And I only found out because her husband told my husband something about baby leave, blah, blah, blah. But moral of the story is, because I didn't want to be that annoying, pushy friend, I didn't reach out again. And guess what? I never heard from her again. It's been well over a year now since that meal happened, and I never heard from her again. And I was just a little bitter because I feel like most people know from the jump if they're interested in really being your friend or not. And so, I feel like before you let somebody into your home and let somebody around your kids and let somebody cook you a meal, if you're not interested in being somebody's friend, just end it. So the whole moral of that story is just, it's hard to make friends moving around so much and wanting to have community. It was a little bit different living in Italy because I was in a more tight-knit area and on a military base, but it's really hard to make friends. The new place that I'm in at right now, I haven't even really met anybody. I have not been actively trying. I'm almost not interested, and it kind of sucks because it gets lonely. But when you don't want to deal with rejection anymore, you don't want to be pushy, you don't want to be annoying, then you just kind of close yourself off. You don't even want to go out there and make friends. But thank you guys so much for watching Clean and Chat with me. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.